garden. Beer. Beer o'clock has been postponed for a minute because window's down. I can't get it back up now, so I'm going to have to take this door panel off, just throw it in the back of the car temporarily just so I can get the window up, and I'll investigate it and fix it at a later date. So let's get this door panel off. I see there's like a little dent in the plastic there. That tells me this might have been off before. So let's dig in. Let's dig in and see what we can find. Because it sounds like this is on some sort of wire mechanism. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's pop. Oh, it does pop out. There we go. Is there any fixings behind that? No. Okay. Pop the ashtray out. See if there's anything behind there. The sun's right in the wrong place, really. Yeah, straight out. Stick my finger in there. Can't feel anything. Have a look. Yes. Yeah, it's a Phillips. I'm going to need to go and get a Phillips screwdriver. I thought this would be Torx head screws, but they're not. Does this come off? I'm not sure. Yep, that comes off. Yep, there's a fixing behind there. Another. Whether there's any more hidden anywhere, I'm not sure if this top part is part of the door panel or separate. I'm not really sure. There's another Phillips screw there. So if you want to just bear with me while I get a Phillips screwdriver. Yeah. Tells me this might have been off before in the past. Mind you, it's not surprising. It's, 25-year-old car. You can't expect them not to have been apart in that time. Yes, so that is part of the door panel. So you can see how flexible it is. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. Right, okay, so we've got, that's the mechanism for the door handle. Well, that comes off. Let's just disconnect this speaker. How do you do that? That's the light. There's a puddle light on the bottom. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hang that up there a minute. I'm just going to take this off this way, I think. There we go. That's the easiest way to do it. Right.
Hi, mate.
Hi. Hi.
All right.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. Right, I've sussed that out now. Now I know how that works. That'll be fun putting that back together. Anyway, let's just lay that in there. Let's just peel this plastic back, see if we can see what's going on inside. If I'm careful with this, we can re-stick it back down. It's always good to try and salvage this barrier sheet, save any dampness getting on the... I've never had a Mercedes door panel apart before, actually. I think I'm just going to take that off in its entirety and I'll stick it back on with some more double-sided tape. When I reassemble.
Oh, future date.
There we go. Oh, some debris in the bottom. What does that mean? Oh, something's obviously broken then. Yeah, it looks like some sort of clip is broken, that's why the window won't operate.
Can you point out where the window is in the gaps, just so we can see from the camera?
So, I'm just trying to work out what is... Oh, there's a wire there, right, so this obviously works on a wire mechanism.
Hello. There?
No.
Oh.
Right, so there's a wire there and there's a lot of slackness in it. So that's obviously quite clearly shouldn't be like that. But for now, I just want to get this window up. So yeah, that's the glass. I've got to get that up, which I can do it now from in here. But I've got to get it to stay up. So I may have to put a bit of wood in there to hold it up. So what I'm going to do is turn the ignition on. See if I can operate the window, get it go back up, and then maybe stay alive, staying alive. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realise the wireless was on, so I have turned it off quickly in case of copyright. But I do like my 70s and 80s, bit of Bee Gees. I can't. I need the button. Oh, where's the button? It's on the floor. Okay, let's plug this back in.
Yeah.
It'll only go one way. So, very healthy, does it? So I think ultimately I'm going to have to strip this motor out to find out what's going on. But for now, I'm just going to, if I can, let's get it out the right way.
Can you not push it up yourself?
That's what I'm trying to do, but there was resistance. No, it's obviously all got caught up in itself somewhere. So I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna have to take this out now, and because I need to get rid of that tension. There we go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this motor assembly out. Obviously it plugs in there, but I believe it's, oh, don't tell me there. Oh. Well, they're not, it's not a bolt or a screw. It's like with a special handgun, it's riveted. So that's not very helpful. So I'm going to have to go and get my drill, and I'm going to have to drill these two out, and I believe that one out. No, it won't be. So let me go and get my drill. I'm going to have to drill them out. Let's turn that off. I think when this goes back together, this is going to get nutted and bolted, I think, somehow. Is it that one? I'm not sure. I'm going to do this one because there's 3 black-headed rivets and this gold one, so I'm not sure if that's part of it or not, but we'll find out in a minute. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that is part of it. Let's just drop that one out. I should have unplugged this first. There we go. There's a tie wrap round there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a tie wrap there, and there's a tie wrap the other side. Now I know that's not a Mercedes thing, so quite clearly this is broken before, because those tie wraps wouldn't have been there, or this black gooey stuff from factory. So this has quite clearly had a problem before. So, yeah. So it's going to have to be a bit of Googling tonight to find out how, if, what, when if I can actually get. All I want to do is get that glass up and wedge it up, and then let's get that up. Right, there we go. I'm going to put a bit of wood up in there to support it for now, because there's nothing to support it. Obviously this, see, look, you can see, yep, this plastic part is completely broken. So whether you can buy just that part separately, I've no idea. And that's part of the end of the cable. There we go. There's a cable with a spring on. I can't actually get it up enough. But there's, I'll leave that in there because I know where it is then. But obviously, quite clearly, this part is broken. But I bet you've got to buy this whole, I don't even know. Oh, I see. There it is. I can get that out now. Hey! Right, so wherever that bit goes to, I've no idea. So, oh, it probably all, so it all goes along in here. So this is how, this has got to connect in here. So this channel, so I bet you've got to buy the motor and this as an assembly, because that bit's quite clearly broken anyway, which is that bit there. But where that bit is, it's probably still on the glass. I don't know. I can't see it. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. Well, I don't even know where that is. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Can you right, if I can get me nut in there, please. There may be some other debris down in here, I don't know.
Do you want to put my camera and have a look?
No, there's a cable clip holder. Anyway, so that's where we are, just to
support it.
Just to support that while I'm driving it around, because next week I'm going to Newcastle and I'm probably not going to get this fixed before then, so I'll put the door panel back on and I'll just leave a piece of wood supporting the window. Bench. eBay special has arrived today. So we're back on the Mercedes rear window. Initially I thought this is going to be expensive. Yeah, it's a Mercedes. and the window mechanism, which is run on these wires and a special part that goes there. So this is the part that broke, the plastic guide that slides up and down on these wires. So after doing a bit of searching, I could have bought this assembly without the motor for, I think it was 20. So this is the part that's broken, this plastic part here, which has to be fixed to this metal part. So that's going to mean drilling that rivet type thing out. You obviously get a new rivet in there and associated parts. Anyway, let's get this motor off and have a look what's going on behind here, because this is where it's all jammed. It's all where the bracket broke and it all came loose. So let's dismantle this first. I say dismantle, it's only a couple of screws that hold that onto the bracket. So I'm just remembering to keep my tongue in my mouth, because I've got this terrible habit of doing that. So because I'm being filmed, trying to make sure I don't stick my tongue out and look a right oik. But anyway, strangely, I did watch a YouTube video the other night, some guy doing this, because there's no workshop manuals for these cars. So it's very much of looking on YouTube and see if anybody else has done this. Ah, there we go. Right, see, look at that. What a mess that is, look. I'm glad I went for the kit with the new wires, because you can buy a kit with just the plastic part. And I'm not sure what else, but anyway, I decided to push the boat out and spend a whole £6.99 on that. So we've got all new wires. How these all wind round, or what orientation they go around, I'm not sure. But I guess we can work. Yeah, sorry about the plane. We're not far from Goodwood here. We do get a lot of pleasure crafts flying around. Even get the odd Spitfire occasionally, which is quite interesting. I need a pair of pliers in a minute. They're not pliers, they're side cutters, but I only need to just tweak this up. Like, I need to stop a minute and go and get some pliers. Just bear with me a minute. No, I don't do tea in the afternoon. This has got to be tweaked back slightly just to get that wire. There we go. So that's one wire. That one's not too bad. This one's suffered the worst damage, but never mind. I'm going to have to bend that one in the vise. Just bear with me. Off again to the bag and have a look, see what we're dealing with. Just going to put these bits in the bag so I don't lose them. I'm sure of it. So but it's trapped on there a bit because it's all. First thing I can see, there's a slight difference. Let's check first if that's going to work on there. Oh yeah, just the teeth. The teeth on there look more coarse than what's on the actual motor, but they're not. So Just this one looks slightly different, but as it's a pattern part, you've got to expect that.
The tongue's out.
Yeah. Trying to keep it in my mouth. Probably the most abused tool in your toolkit is a screwdriver. Gets used for more things than what it's meant for.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Reassembly time. Let's see how this goes. Alright, another plane coming. Could be a Spitfire over there. Don't know if you can see it. There you go. Oh. I guess let's put that on there first. So I'm getting this a bit wrong, so that's got to go in there. Then I've got to now try and push that on there, which I believe is going to be a bit tight. I thought as much. Right. So off camera, God, Struth. So off camera, there we go. So off camera, we're getting there, Pete. Thank you for your patience. So off camera, nothing ever goes straight forward. So off camera, I'm working with no instructions. So off camera, right, so let me try that now. So off camera, and a new pair of gloves because I've blown a hole in that one. Got a blowout on that one. So off camera, I decided to refit the pattern parts that I'd bought. And as most of you will probably know, pattern parts, they don't always fit correctly. So there were some adjustments I had to make and a bit of reworking, if you want to call it that. So it's all back together. I must admit, it wasn't easy. I mean, there's no workshop manual for this car. There was no instructions that came with the parts how to do it. I just sort of gleaned some of the how to do it off of YouTube, but of course on YouTube they cut the bits out they don't want and make it look really simple, but it was a lot more difficult than anticipated. But never mind, got there in the end. So yeah, after 2 hours apparently, that's what the cameraman's just said, but it felt like 10 minutes to me. But there you go, never mind. Let's see if it'll all function as it should. Let's get this back in. I think it's... Have I got this round the right way? Yeah, I'm sure I have, yeah. Just got to find out where the... Right, I'm just going to have to withdraw this a minute. Ah, there it is there. Right, it wasn't where I thought it was. So, there we go. Oh, nearly there. Burning the bolt. There we go, it's in. So, I need a rivet there and 2 rivets down here. So, let's... I don't know if I've got any of the right size rivets, if I'm honest. Let's try one of these, see how that goes. It might work. It only needs to hold that to the door frame. Let's try it. Oh, I want that grip. What's going on with me rivet gun? Is that one a bit too short or something? Looks like my rivet gun's decided to pack up. Let's try a longer one. Oh yeah, it'll grip one of them, won't it? Typical. So what I might have to do is just, I think I'm going to just drill those holes out slightly just to accept a bigger rivet. Find the right size, that might do it, I think. Let's try one before I destroy anything. Go, that might help. Let's put it on drill action. Coming out. What's going on? Right, that's screwed. That is. I did have it on drill. Oh, blimey. Getting old. Oh, there you go. Right, before I put the other two rivets in, I'm just going to fire this up to make sure that it's going to work. And I suppose I'd best put the glass on first, wouldn't I? Would probably help. Alright, let's see if the let's just give it a try. Let's give it a go. Sorry, just need to turn the wireless off. Turn all the power off. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? At least that works. I think before I go any further, if you're wondering what this is, because my knee hurts. 3.5 years ago I had a complete knee replacement. Worst thing I ever had done. So if anyone watching, you need a knee replacement, think twice about it. But anyway, that's why I got that on. There's a big scar down there, and it's always given me jip. But anyway, so that's why that's on there. Just put it on occasionally when I'm working. Does help. Anyway, let's get this window. See if this window will. Let's just go easy. Oh, I see how it goes on. And I think I just realised what I've done. I need to drill that rivet out because you have to swing this over this way and slide it on this channel because you can't get it on there. Oh, I don't know, you might be able to. No, there's not enough movement there, so anyway, I'm going to have to drill that rivet out and redo it. So that's not a massive problem. There we go, easy as that. Okay. No, I need to drill a bit of that out. There we go. Right, that's it. There we go, that's what I should have done before I riveted it. But you live and learn, don't you? Let's do the rivet struggle again. That's too long. It's all back together now. I've done a few adjustments because it was getting a little bit stuck for some reason, but I loosened it off and readjusted it, and the windows working fine now. So what I'm going to do, I've put the membrane on, and I'm just going to put the door panel back on, and then we'll give it another test to see if it's working as it should. So we've got a few, the door handle cable back on. I can't quite remember now. This might take a couple of attempts to get this on here. Can't quite remember now. So again, it's another one of them jobs where you need 3 hands. I've got the door panel clamped between my legs. That's it, got it. I've got it. Right, so that seems to be working. So I've just got to guide this pin up into there. I'm not sure if that's hooked in the right place. It doesn't feel like it. It's all coming apart again now. That's the trouble. That's it. Let's get that up there. Make sure we get this round the right way. That's the window switch. Let's at least pop that into its home. Yes.
So what you've done?
Pete, I'm trying to get my head round the back to have a look how to put the light in. Okay, so I can't explain if I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. So this. Prior to my ownership, so it seems to fit nice. Right, we need to put a screw in there. There's 3 screws. It's all back together and it all works. Was it that easy? No, it wasn't. It was more of a fiddle and a faff than I expected it to be. Considering what I saw on YouTube, watching somebody else do it, they made it look really simple. Obviously, I bought non-genuine parts, so that was part of the issue. I had to do a bit of rework on them to make them work. But what do you expect for £6.99? But at the end of the day, it's done the job. The window now functions as it should, and it's all back together. So, yeah, I'm happy it's done. But yes, wasn't that straightforward. On to the next job. I had to get the window fixed because I'm off up to Newcastle for 5 days on Wednesday. Going to see my mate, Mr. L. It's a very good friend and really good mate of mine who I work with at Rolls-Royce. And we both took early retirement within a few months of each other. And he went back home to God's country, apparently. Where he's from.
Is it beer o'clock now?
Definitely beer o'clock. The sun's shining. Let's have some.